Hey guys, this is Garies, and welcome back to another episode of Survivor Done. We are back here in Minecraft Plus, and we finished the XP farm in the previous episode, and I mentioned that we are going to start with a fun project. Fun, very useful project is more like it. So the zombie farm is quite far away, and we're also going to build something at the spider farm, and we also have a mine down there. And we have a lot of things and places we are going to go in the future. So, easiest way to get around in Minecraft without running everywhere and using all your food is to use a minecart system. But for that we need a bunch of iron and gold. So I want to smelt this up. I've been smelting up some charcoal off cam, and this takes forever. So I've been actually just AFKing, waiting for this to finish. I first needed to make a few stacks so that I can populate everything with more and gather some dark oak wood and so on. So I remember there's a blast furnace, so let's quickly make some of these. So that's just smooth stone smelted, so that we can see how much improvement that gives. So we need smooth stone. Let's see, we use a furnace, 3, so it's 6, it's 18, and a bunch of wood. So it's 18, not wood, iron. So we should have iron. So I did mine a little bit off cam. As I mentioned, I should do. Got a couple of more gold, got a bit more diamonds, got a bunch more redstone, and I also got some lapis because we're going to use it a lot with the enchanting. Okay, so let's wait for this to finish. As you can see, it takes a while. Then I need to cook up this, and then we also need to cook up some iron. Okay, so let me do that quickly, and I'll bring it back once we have the iron. Then we can break these and we can make the blast furnaces, see how much better they are. I've never used that in Minecraft before, so that's new for me. So we dump that in. That will be 2. 1, 2, 3, and that will be that. Okay, so 1, 2 will be left, and that 2 will also be left there. Then we can actually use one more like this. Okay, so I think we have enough of everything now. Let's gather that, and it's getting dark. Nice. Okay, let's pick up this. Can use a diamond pickaxe for this. Will go much quicker. I think we need to get a place for charcoal. How about right next to that? Yes. No, we can have a bunch. Okay. So let's see. We should only use 30. Yep. There we go. Let's see how this works. First time using this. Apparently they go quicker. Well, we'll hope so. Uses the same. I think it just uses 3 at a time. And this should give us enough resources, hopefully, for what we need to do. Forgot to grab the charcoal. Or rather, to keep a stack of charcoal. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that looks much quicker. Much quicker. I'll show you guys how to automate this if you want to. It does 1 at a time. Or it's 3 at the speed of 1 or something like that. Not sure. But it's much quicker. Okay, so once we have enough of these cooked up, I think we can start making what we wanted to. So let me wait for that to finish up and I'll bring you back. Okay, well, I think we should have enough by now. Let's just grab what we have. Should be plenty to start doing what we want to do. Okay, so we are going to use Minecraft's rail system, and we are going to create a railroad network for ourselves. So we have 4 different types of rails. The powered rail, so this gives you a speed boost. Then you get a detector rail. So if a minecart, sorry, when a minecart passes over it, it sends a redstone signal out. Then we have our normal rail and the activator rail. So this activates the what do you call it, warper minecarts card. So you get various different types of things, like a TNT minecart. So if you pass that over an activator, it will explode. Okay, so you can have chests and all those fun stuff. Okay, so let's start setting up. Let's make one of these, because we are going to need that. And then we are going to need all the rails, not all of them. Mostly this ones and this ones. Okay, so that's a good start. So let me quickly show you some basic principles of rails and how it works. Okay, because there is some things we need to understand before we can set up a system. So this is kind of a tutorial into railroads. So maybe we should do this as a instructional video of the railroads or a how to, and in the next episode we will build what we want to do. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Let me get some more cobble. Okay, so pretty much as the other instructionals, we'll have everything here. Minecarts, we need a button. Can't have a button of that, no. Okay, let me get a button. Okay, hopefully we have everything now. Okay, so in a previous how to type of video or instructional video, I showed you guys how the principle of redstone works. Okay, so we are going to use that knowledge in minecart system. Okay, so if you do this, okay, so let's say that this is point A, that's point B. So you want to have some rails going all the way. Okay, for you, those of you that know what I'm doing wrong, it's fine. It's on purpose. Okay, so if we place a, oh, I didn't do that. What I was saying. That's what I wanted. What I'm doing wrong. Okay, so if you want to go with minecart, you can get into it with right click and you can push off. Not really moving. Let's get out. Let's put it here. Okay, so now you can go forward, and once you hit that card, it will push you forward. But you see what happened there? It pushes you back. Okay, so you can't power everything. So that's why I put a button this side, because if you want to push off like this, you have to push a button and it will break you on the next one. Okay, we're not coming in too much speed actually, so we only need one. We can actually increase this. And pretty much the same as redstone, this powered rails can travel 15 blocks. Or 14 or 15. But yeah, it uses the same principle. Okay, so if you place a minecart now, get in, we'll go up to here, and then we can press another button here and we'll go back to the other side. Okay, I don't have a button now. Okay, so that's how this works. Power rails, if you give it a redstone torch or power, it will send you along the track. So if you break this, what you also can do is you can get underneath and you can power it that way. So this powers this blocks, which in turn powers the whole rail. See, off, on. Okay, so we'll hide redstone torches like that. Or it depends. I might do it a different way. Something I usually like to do. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so now another awesome trick with Minecarts. I want to keep saying Minecraft. Okay, so you can turn the railroad this way, and you can make a T-junction. Okay, so now you wonder, how am I going to get to point B now? To point B or C, for that matter. Okay, so let me show you what happens when you go over this junction. So if you go like this, look what happens to the railroad. It basically continues in a straight line. Okay, let's just change it a bit. Get more powered rails going, just for the purpose of the demonstration. Okay, so once again, if you press a button or giving it any some sort of signal, it will go off and it will continue and it will go stop there. If you power that one, it will take a turn because it's pointing, or it connected properly with that. Okay, so if you press this button, oops, it will go to the right. But the question is now, how do you go to the left? Easy. You put a lever here. I get my shovel. Let me just grab the other pickaxe. Much quicker. So you go underneath. It's just easier to hide, so I'm showing you guys this how to hide it. Okay, so you want to come onto this block. Okay, can actually go there. No, we need to go one away. Sorry. Okay, actually I think we're going to need a repeater, but we'll see in a sec. Okay, so if you send a signal into that block, it will power that block, and in turn it will send a signal to this block, which is actually going to do something to this railroad. Okay, it's getting dark. Let me go sleep. Okay, I also grabbed a repeater because I think we might need it. If not, doesn't matter. Okay. She's just trying to hide it even more. Okay, there we go. So you can put a half block here and it will hide that. We don't have a slab, sorry, not half block. Okay, so now if you power that, you see it will send a signal, or if you stop it, it will drop the signal. Okay, let's go up. Okay, so now you see what's happening there, right? Nothing. It's still going to the right. So if you switch a lever, look there in the background. Oh, they probably changed that. Let's see that it goes through. Okay, there's a different way to do this. Okay, no problem. Okay, so what we do, we go one down, put the redstone torch there, and then we send the signal into it. Okay, it might have changed already. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. So now if we switch this, it switches the track. Cool, right? Yes, so you can go left or right. So right, we'll go to the right and come back. Switch a lever, press a button, it will go to the left and come back. Because there's nothing that's stopping it, because those rails are powered. Okay, so that's the basic principle of how you can switch track directions, etc. So now what you can do, you can have a whole train station. So that's what we're going to set up in the next episode. Then I want to do it this time, but I think it's better so that we can see how things works. Okay, so let me clear this up and I'll show you a quick example of what we can do. Okay, so I've oops, wrong torch. Why are you giving me the wrong torch? Looks like it prefers redstone torches. Interesting. Okay, so basically this is exactly how I'm going to set it up. There is a way to make this a bit better in the future, but we'll do that later, especially when we have more tracks. Now we won't have as many tracks, so a basic setup like this will work. Okay, so what we'll have, we have a button that powers the rail. You can put the minecart on. If you power a rail, it will go run and run and run, and we'll get to its destination. Okay, cool. Okay, just FYI, you can't make a bend with powered rails, so you have to put a normal rail in the middle. Okay. Okay, so first of all, we have this track, or this signal. So let's put it right there. I actually don't know if you can. No, you can put it there. Okay, so you have to do it the wrong way. And so you'll have a redstone torch over here with a redstone signal there, going that way. Okay, and if you switch it, so the signal goes through, and it's basically how I showed you in the previous time. What's this? Oh yeah, never mind. If you have a signal going into a block, it changes the signal here. So a manual inverter basically. Okay, so that's exactly the same thing that's happening here. So the lever is inverting the signal. Okay, and that lets the track switch. Okay, to the left, to the right. Okay, so now we can have a second lever here. You can, if you want to, put it closer. I think I haven't tested this yet. Oh no, I don't think you'll be able to do that. No, you won't, unfortunately. Okay. So you'll have to put it one away. And then there's going to be a switch or a redstone there. Coming here, sending a signal there. Let's break this up. Put a repeater in here. Okay, and that's switching this one left or right. Okay, so that's now left. You switch it, it's to the right. Okay, so basically the same thing. So you can have a combination. So let's say your first intersection, you can use this as your first intersection and second, so you can have it layered. But there is also a way to use and or combinations. So pretty much like normal electronics, you have and or logic gates basically. You can also have it in Minecraft. So we'll do that at a later stage. I'll show you how to do that when we have a more complex system. So currently we'll have one showing either go to the mine, which will be to the left because it's going down there to our mine, or we'll have one going to the mob spawners. So we'll have one to the zombies and one to the spiders. We'll still set up the spiders. I'll show you how we do that. And we also need to go to skeletons. So the right path will then switch to 3 different intersections. I can't remember if you can do this. I think you can, if I remember correctly. You can split them up like this. And then you send a signal either here or to here. Okay. And that one will go to skellies, that one can go to zombies, and this last one will go to spider, or it can just go straight to spiders. So we'll have a spawner at each one, because spiders or skeletons, we need bones for bone meal, and zombies is the XP farm, and spiders we can go for the string, because string is a good resource for what's it? You can use it in okay, it doesn't show that. Let me show you guys how you can do that. You can also use it for redstone. Just see if we have string here. Oh, we do. Great. Okay, it's very difficult to see, so hopefully I can show you. See, you can see there's a string right there. Okay, and you can connect this to a what's the thing called? Tripwire. A trip or trip hook. So you connect a trip hook. Let me show you how that works. Get a couple of wood. The other one is sticks, right? Yes. Okay, and you can set this up. So you've placed that against the wall, and that wall. You can put string between the two. See, it's connected, it automatically connects, and you can actually send a redstone signal with it if you pass it. So you can use it to enter and exit a room. Let's say we put automatic lights in here, so this room will be dark, and once we come in, it will switch on a light, and if you go out, it will switch off the light. But we'll get to that fancy stuff at a later stage, but just want to show you why we want to get a string farm. So yeah, that's something interesting as well, even though we don't need that much string, but maybe some of you want that much string. So yes, so this is what we'll do. I'll prepare the railroad station off cam, and what I usually like to do is, if I run my rails, so it's usually 1 2 3 4 5 and then 3. That's how I usually do it. And then 5 3, no, it's 10 3. It's 10 3, sorry, my bad. It's 10. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and then 3. I just want to make sure. Don't want to lie to you guys. You need to do this to get a little bit more push off. You don't have to be close. You can maybe just go 3 or 4. 5 to the first one, then you can go 10. Because you need to go places. Yeah, it's 10 3 10 3. Okay, so that's why I only have half amount of gold cooking up there, but yes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We'll make a train station. Maybe we should make it in that mountain right over there. You can make a door there, make like another balcony going over to the train station, and it will go into the water. We can actually make a nice scenic route with glass under water going down to zombies and to the slimes. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, slime spawner. Or what we also can do is we can make another substation over there, switching between zombies or spiders or slimes. Oh, and that's another reason why I made the only mod that changes the game is the loader, the chunk loader or spot loader. So this will help keep the redstone rendered. Okay, because if you send a signal to an unrendered chunk, that chunk won't receive a redstone signal. and that can be problematic because then the railroad doesn't do what you want it to do. There is complicated ways to do it with statuses. You put certain blocks or certain items into stasis or a stasis, and that will switch depending on how you need it to switch. But it's been too long since I played with that, so I can't remember how to do that exactly. I know there's thing with what was that? A slime. It was a dropper and no. I can't remember now, sorry. I'll have to look into that again if we get there. But, well, we have loaders, so that's the main reason why I have that, is to keep our base loaded. And the sport loaders will only, if you go to your map, all these blocks is chunks. So sport loader will only keep the chunk it's in loaded at a certain time. And the chunk loader will render a square pattern. So I'll rather have a couple of sport loaders in one line, going one line, than a chunk loader doing a whole lot of chunks next to each other. I think that will be better for performance wise. But in any case, I'm rambling again, and I think we should call this episode. So I'll clean this up, I'll prepare the road for us to our spawner or to our XP farm, and yeah, I'll plan it out off cam and I'll show you what we're doing. So I'll implement this pattern underground so that we have railroad, set it up there, and we'll go our way. So in any case, thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope I showed you something interesting, how to work with redstone and railroads. It's a bit long-winded, and some of it is very basic, so sorry for you guys that already know most of it. But yeah, so this is to help anybody and everybody to get the basics under their knees as well. So once again, thank you for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!